Now in its 19th year, the Southern African International Trade Exhibition is a recognized feature on the calendar. The expo boasts a massive range of commercial opportunities for the discerning businessman. Perhaps as a sign of the times, this year has seen a healthy interest from the rest of the world in Africa and its consumer markets.
It's a platform for introducing trade into and out of Africa. That's essentially what it's about. This year we've grown to 916 companies from 763 last year, which we feel is indicative of the interest the world's taking in Africa at the moment. 80% of our exhibitors here are international, and it's probably the first time for them in South Africa, or Africa for that point. And they're looking to take their businesses forward, not only in South Africa, but into Africa. So there's a huge opportunity here for people that are bored with their jobs, who want to start a new business or want to expand a business.
While the free entrance entrenches the popularity of the show, SAITEX is aimed at a precise clientele.
First of all, the exhibit profile of SAITEX is non-food retail. Citex runs alongside Africa's Big Seven, which is the biggest food and beverage event on the continent. So between those two shows, we cover retail in all aspects, and then we build them both as business opportunities events, biggest business opportunities event in Africa. So anything from entrepreneurs to agents to importers, distributors, exporters, importers, wholesalers, retailers, chain stores, those are the sort of people that should be here.
So what we have here is a metal detector, so it's for contamination.
There was the telling, and then there was the selling. The exhibition remains an important platform to market new concepts relevant to the industry.
SAITEX has been a brilliant show for us. We've got quite a few leads. We found that the people that are visiting the stand are decision makers, guys that from the production environment that actually need the quality control equipment. JPAC has specialized in quality control equipment. It's basically the metal detectors, it's check weighing systems, inkjet systems to put sell-by dates. So a typical would be a sell-by date onto a pack, and that is where we're finding that most of the technology is being integrated into the production lines nowadays.
SAITEX is after all an exhibition of business opportunities. With South Africa's chronic unemployment, these machines could turn an investment into a steady cash flow.
Buying these machines, he can start up his own business by incorporating both these machines and making a living. Especially for the unemployed people, it's an ideal situation which I can start with. I've actually run out completely with business cards. We're actually now down to our last pamphlets, and we've been extremely busy here. In actual fact, we haven't had even time to go for lunch or a cup of tea or something like that. That's how busy we've been. We've had plenty of inquiries. The inquiries have been tremendous. Unfortunately, we're not actually selling the machines at the show. People are going to come back to us during the course of this week, which in turn we'll be selling the machines to them.
Indonesia, that populous country in Southeast Asia, is keen to capture the African market. This year, scores of companies made the journey to Africa.
As our government policy is now to penetrate non-traditional countries. So what we mean by non-traditional countries are like Africa, Central Asia, South America. So since South Africa is the main gate for the whole Africa continent, so we do have a very big booth. We have a not only promotion, also branding a product for Indonesia. So hopefully by this remarkable trade with remarkable Indonesia, we would like to have more brand image for Indonesian product to come to Africa, especially to South Africa.
From the populous to the oil-rich nations, there is a real value for this market. The United Arab Emirates had a strong delegation too. Bilateral trade between the UAE and Africa has potential to grow exponentially.
Such a platform is very important for the UAE exporters to expand into international markets. Looking at South Africa as a country is one of the important countries for us in order to trade with. We recorded in 2011 more than 4 billion Emirati dirham as a trade between United Arab Emirates and South Africa. Top imports to United Arab Emirates from Africa is diamond and agriculture-based industry, while the top export of United Arab Emirates to South Africa is gold and plastics. 10% of the total trade is actually acquired by the food sector. So that's why, and from that perspective, we feel that the food industry is very important to be promoted more between both countries, and that's why, as I told you, we identified that throughout the increase which we had by 30% in the participation of this year. And throughout even our meetings with the government in South Africa, we have seen the potential of how we can work in order to develop the bilateral trade between both countries.
From the oil rich to one of South Africa's partners in the BRICS group of nations, India. This country has consistently shown its appetite for exploring new markets. The response has so far been encouraging.
So far as the food sector is concerned, yes, I must say we have got very good response. There were about 12 companies with us, and most of them, they have got good response as per the feedback that I've got from them. You will agree that it will not, that the results are not known immediately. It's an ongoing process. But I'm informed that most of them, they have got good response. Now there will be further negotiations and they are going to discuss further, and let's hope that the things will be bright in future. Almost 80 companies that have participated, and it's probably for the first time that the participation is at such a large scale. We have got companies from the food sector, we have got companies from the textile sector, then we have got artisans who are into the different kind of handicraft trade.
With the 15,000 visitors from all over the world, SAITEX has the potential to be a true gateway to Africa's lucrative growing consumer markets.